Welcome to the lecture, dear students. In today's lecture, I am going to do the area between two curves. In the previous lecture, we have done the area between a curve and the x-axis. In the applications of integration, we are doing the second part. It is the area, how to find out the area between any two curves. So, for example, if you have any two functions like two curves or f of x and g of x, let us say, then the area between the two curves is given by this is what the area between the two curves f of x minus g of x, the difference, and then the integration within the limits a to b. So now let us draw to understand. Now this is, let us say, x and this is y. Now for example, you have a function, a curve is something like this. You can say a straight line is also a curve where the amount of bending is 0, you can say, whereas a straight line is also a curve, but every curve is not a straight line. Okay, so now let us draw the figure. Any other curve, let us say something like this. Any curve is there, suppose. Now this is y is equal to f of x and this is y is equal to g of x, let us say. Now the curve, the area between the two curves, which is given by this one. The area between the two curves is given by this one. So now we have to find out the area between the two curves, means the modulus value of f of x minus g of x. That gives you this area, right? So this is what the, now within the limits a to b, suppose. That means the limit of this is a and the limit is up to b, suppose. Definitely these are the points of intersection, then only we can find out. Now this point a and the point b are the points of intersection of the two curves, then only we can find out the area between those two curves. So to understand this, let us now have see one problem on this. Now find the area between the curve y is equal to x square minus 2 and y is equal to 2. So to solve this, you need to understand, we have to follow some steps. First of all, we first make a solution set. Solution means what? The equations, whatever you have got now, the two equations, both of them are representing by y, correct? So we first equate both of them and get the values of the x's. Now the two given values are, that is why to find out the limits actually. So what we do is to find the limits a and b. How to find out those? To find the limits a and b, what we do is, we know that the two equations, y is equal to x square minus 2 is one equation and y is equal to 2 is another equation. So can we equate both of them? Yes. So x square minus 2 is equal to 2, or x square minus 2 minus 2 is minus 4 is equal to 0. So that implies what is the value of x? X is equal to plus or minus 2. X square is what? 4. X square is equal to 4, and so it implies that x is equal to plus or minus 2. So what are the limits? The limits are, we got the limits as, the limits are a is equal to minus 2 and b is equal to 2. So these are the limits. This is what is step 1 first of all. Now we are going to step 2. What is step 2 now? Step 2 is we are going to construct a table. What is the table? Let us say x value. Let us say the first curve is y1, the second curve is y2, let us say. Now the limits of x is from what to which elements? Minus 2 to plus 2, correct? Now in the between minus 2 and plus 2, whatever the values, you can put minus 1 and you can put plus 1, some of the values you can find out. The only understanding for you is why we are constructing this table is at the points of the ending points like minus 2 to 2, as we said, in these two limits both y1 and y2 must be intersecting. That means both of them must have the same value. That is what the meaning of it. So what is y1 actually? We have taken that is x square minus 2 and y2 is what? 2. Correct? Now when I put x is minus 2 in y1, what we get? Minus 2 the whole square is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. So the value is 2 here. Now whatever the value of x, it is a constant. So it is always 2. In the whatever the value of x, it is always 2 itself. Okay. And now what is the value of minus, when x is minus 1, then what is the value of here? Minus 1 the whole square is 1. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So the value is here minus 1. And when x is 0, then it is minus 2. And when x is 1, then it is 1 minus 2 is minus 1. And when x is 2, it is 4 minus 2 is 2. Now you observe the 2 points, 2 and 2, and here the 2 points are intersecting. At the point x is minus 2, they are intersecting. At the point x is equal to 2 also, they are intersecting. This is what you are understanding. Suppose you don't get the same numbers here, the same values here for y1 and y2, definitely you are wrong. So that is what you can cross check whether when you are doing the problems. So now let us go to find out the next what is step 3. Step 3 is find the difference between f of x and g of x, that is y1 and y2. So that means what it is actually? Solve f of x minus g of x. So already what is f of x? It is x square minus 2 and the other function is minus 2. So it is x square minus 2 minus 2. So that is x square minus 4 we got now. Now what is the next step is you are going to find out the integral of this. So the integral, the limits are from minus 2 to 2. Now what is f of x minus g of x? We got it as x square minus 4 dx. Now this is what the area, and always put the modular value. So now what it is giving you? X square integral is x cube by 3 minus 4x. Now within the limits minus 2 to plus 2. So now what it gives you? Upper limit to cube by 3. Minus 4 into 2, 8. So upper limit is over. Now minus the lower limit. That is minus 2 the whole cube over 3 minus 4 times of minus 2. So this is what we get. Now let us solve this and get the solution for this now. That is given by, it is 8 by 3 minus 8. It is 16 by 3. That is minus 16 by 3. 24 minus 8. Minus 24 plus 8 is minus 16 by 3. Minus of, it is minus 8 by 3 and plus 8. So when you solve this, we get the area as 32 by 3 square. And because it's the area, it is the square units. So this is what the way to find out the area between any two curves. I hope you could understand. So like this you have to see, and no need to draw any curve in the exam. Just for your understanding I have explained you. So this step 1 and step 2 and step 3, step 4 to find out the solution. Okay. Now I'll just do one more problem to find out the area between the two curves. Find the area between the two curves. X minus 2y plus 8 is equal to 0 and x square is equal to 8y. So this is what the area to find out. Now what is the step 1 now? First we have to find out the limits, correct? So step 1 is to find the limits. to find the limits. So what we do, we first of all write what is y here, and then we can write down what it is. Now x minus 2y plus 8 is equal to 0 implies what is y? Let me write 2y first, okay? Let us bring this 2y to the other side, which is x plus 8. So what is y now? X plus 8 by 2. So that is x plus 8 over 2. So that implies what is the equation? First equation, y is equal to x by 2 plus 8 by 2, that is 4. Okay, x by 2 plus 8 by 2, that is 4. Now it is done. Y1, let us say other one equation we have got in the terms of y. Now the other equation is what? X square minus 8y equal to 0. It is equal to 0. I didn't write, right? 8y equal to 0. So that implies 8y is equal to x square. So that implies y is equal to x square by 8. So this is what we get y as. So now equation 1 is this, equation 2 is this. So what we do first? Equate, correct? So x by 2 equating 1 and 2 is given by x by 2 plus 4 is equal to x square over 8. So let us solve this now. What it gives you? It is giving you that it is x plus, I can write 8 over 2 is equal to x square by 8. Now when you do the calculation here, it is 2x square is equal to 8x plus 64. So that implies I can cancel off with the 2. Totally I can cancel with the 2, right? To get through simplify, it is x square minus 2 1s are 2 and 2 4s are. It is when it comes to this side. And then it is minus 2 32s are is equal to 0. So now we solve the equation for x. Get the roots of this equation. The roots are x is equal to, will you use the calculator, x equal to minus 4 and x is equal to 8. Therefore, the limits are x is equal to minus 4 to 8. So that is what the step 1. So I hope you could understand how we have done by equating the equations. Now step 2 is we are going to construct the table. What are the values of x? It is minus 4 and this is 8. We are no need to do many values actually. You can just put minus 4 minus 2, 0 and then 2 and then 4 and then 6 like that. Now what is y1 and what is y2? What is y1? We got the equation 1 as x by 2 plus 4, correct? So y1 is x by 2 plus 4 and y2, the second equation is x square by 8. Now we start equating putting the values. When x is minus 4, what is the value here? That is minus 4 plus 2 becomes minus 2. Minus 2 plus 4 becomes 2. And when x is minus 4, it is minus 4 the whole square. It is 16 by 8, which is again 2. Again, when you put x is minus 2 by 2 is minus 1. So 4 minus 1 is 3. When you put minus 2 here, it is 4 by 8, it is 1 by 2. And when x is 0, it is 0 plus 4, which is 4. And here it is 0. And when x is 2, it is 2 by 2 is 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. And when x is 2 here, it is 2 square is 4. 4 by 8 is 1 by 2. When x is 4, 4 by 2 is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. And here it is 4 square, 16 by 8, which is 2. And then 6 by 2 is 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. And this is 36 by 8. 36 by 8 means 4.5. And when x is 8, then what I had told you in the last problem, whenever you are writing this table, you should understand that what are the beginning points. My beginning point is x is what? Minus 4. At the value minus 4, I have got y1 and y2 are the same value. So I can say that both of them are intersecting at this point. Now, are they intersecting at 8 or not? We are going to check now. So, now 8 by 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. Again, when it is 8 square by 8, which is also equal to 8. So it is understood that these are the points where the two curves are intersecting. So that is, the table is also over. Now what we are going to do, let us draw the table properly so that you can understand it clearly. So these are the tabular values we made in this step 2. And then what we do, we have to find out in step 3 what is the f of x minus g of x, we have to find out. Let us see now what it is. So the value between these two values, and then the area between these two is given by step 3, you can write. Step 3 is what? The area is given by integral of the values of the limits are what? Minus 4 to 8. Now what is the first equation? X by 2 plus 4 is the first equation, minus x square by 8 is the second equation, dx. Okay, let us solve, and we wanted this with the modular value. So x by 2 means it is x square by 4, plus 4 dx means 4x, minus x square means x cube by 3 into 8 is 24. So the limits are from minus 4 to 8. Now let us substitute these values. Let us see what it gives you. It is upper limit, when I do, it is 8 square over 4 plus 4 into 8, 32, minus 8 cube. 8 cube means how much it is? 64, 8's 512. This is 512 over 24. The upper limit is over now. Now slowly we will do the lower limit. Minus 4 the whole square is 16. 16 by 4 is 4. Now plus 4 into minus 4, that is minus 16. Minus 4 the cube, that means minus 64. So we write 64 over 24. So these are the values. So once you do all this, now it is 64 I can write, right? 8 square means we write it here as 64 over 4, and you can do the calculation here. So when you do the calculation, it is all the calculations, it gives you 36 square units. So this is what the answer. I hope you could understand how to find the area between the two curves. Means there are these are the steps you have to do properly and then get the solution. I hope you are able to understand. Thank you.